Well, hello, 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 hello. Here I am. I'm Shesh.Way. I'm the Off-Grid Oracle. This is the Spiritual Ranch. And this is Bitsy over here. Bitsy's being kind of lazy though because it's hot out here on the Spiritual Ranch today. Come on, Bitsy. Let's go, Bitsy. Come on. Yeah, it was hot out here. She caught herself a big fat quail. We're gonna still give her a treat. She wants a little piece here. Yeah, there you go, Bitsy. She's still hanging in there, you know. She's been a good one. Real come up there on the through that old Lions Gate portal. That's for sure, you know. And so we like that. That's celebration. That's manifestation. The energies of the collective have been powerful in that sense. Right now, I can really feel it. You know, a lot of things are really coming in. There's been a strong shift that I was talking about in the last read that I did towards the better, definitely, and that's really cool. We like that, and I've been noticing that immensely in my energy out here on the Spiritual Ranch and what I'm doing. You know, so a lot of good things have came in for me that have been kind of a long time coming that could hopefully change a lot of the energies that I've been working with towards more abundant and prosperous and future, you know, which is what we're trying to manifest, you know, trying to build this thing. But we've had to work through a little bit of a dark shadow of the soul. A lot of us have been going through that. There's been a lot of people who shared there's been comments in the comments, you know, about their experience as well. And yeah, it's like we're all going through that stuff together, man. It's definitely not easy alone, and so that's why we got each other, and that's cool, and that's been something that's been being shared with my channel. I appreciate the hell out of that. I appreciate all the new people that came here to listen to what Spirit has to say, and to be a part of this collective, and to share their experiences with the energies that we're all collectively working with, because that's what's going on here, you know, and it affects us all the same way. The further up the ladder that we've climbed, closer to having that higher understanding of what these energies are, then it just makes more sense. And so we're able to share our experience, and we're able to see how these energies are affecting us, and know how to move better in those energies, so that we have an overall better outcome for ourselves emotionally and for ourselves with physical abundance and everything. And that's important, you know. And so we're learning, and that's been evident in the energy, because when we learn the big lessons, they come with reward, you know. And so when we graduate and we move into those higher levels, things that maybe were harder for us to manifest in the past become easier. And that's the energies that we're working with, and that's awesome right now. I really can feel it, and I appreciate that. I really like that, you know. And so let's keep that momentum going by always making the right decisions, you know, making the right choices. So like, even though maybe we're going to come into a period where we feel like we're having more abundance, we're having more things come to us easier or whatever, it's always good to remember where we came from to get to that point, and what it cost, like, you know, what the expense was to get there, so that we don't forget that investment we made, and then make the same choices that we made in the past that we end up regretting, you know, and that's good. So we're graduating. It was hot today, though. Got a lot of work done out there. Working on that fence. Finally made some real progress today. That's exciting. And so that's been a lot of the energy here for myself, and I imagine for the people who are resonating with these reads, because that's the energy that we've been in, which has been some fence building energy, you know. And so we've been trying to build fences between us and the energies in the collective, or the energies in ourself, within ourselves, that we've been struggling with putting up those barriers that we need to put barriers up against. That was kind of eating our garden like the deer at night, you know, coming in, just destroying everything that we really value, that we really want, that we nourish, that we want to see grow. We want to see grow so that we can have an abundant harvest with it. Well, there's certain things, certain energies that we've been working with. There's certain ways that we have processed energies that we're working with that have blocked that from happening. And so right now, what Spirit has taught us is that instead of carrying that that guilt and all that shame and all that stuff that comes along with those blockings, we're now asked to go ahead and build a wall. That's not our stuff. That's not our trauma. That's not ours to carry any longer. We know how to be abundant now. And so we're going to move forward into our abundance, and to teach what it is that Spirit God is asking us to teach to the collective, and that's the most important thing, you know. And so we're going to be an example now, and that's because we've learned how to move. So we've learned how to move, and we've learned how to protect ourselves, you know, and to protect the things that are most valuable, and that's what that fence is. We've been building fence, but now it's time to show the whole world what we're trying to build inside that fence, what that fence is going to protect, you know. And that's the beautiful thing, and that's you, you know. And that garden's going to shine, it's going to thrive. But your garden's going to be safe and it's going to be protected now, you know? And it's like, it's not that you're closing yourself off to the whole world or from everything around you. Like, that's not at all what's going on. You're building a fence, you know? And a fence, that's a regulated space. And so you're trying to create a regulated space within your divine being, you know, that you could protect. And so it's okay to have gates and passageways to enter that divine space. You know, you're available for others, but you know now what it is that you're trying to keep out of your garden, because that's the things that have caused your harvest to perish. You know, it's caused the hard work that you've put in to not succeed for you. You know, and that's been very discouraging for you. It's painful to watch the beasts of the field just destroy everything that's within your garden, within your vineyard. You know, it's painful to watch that. It's a horrible experience. And you've gone through that now. And so you know what you're going to protect. You know what you're going to grow. And you know the purpose of that fence, and you respect it dearly, you know. And so that's good. And like with a fence, it's good to have a fence that you can see through too, you know, because you always want to be able to see through to the other side. So don't make yourself blind because of the way the world's treated you, or don't shut yourself off so wholly from the world that you no longer gain from your experience in this transit on earth, because that's very important that you learn from even the things that we have to walk outside of our garden, you know. And so don't let that fence fool you to believe that stuff doesn't exist, and that it can't always infiltrate, you know. You have to be aware of that. And fences oftentimes, usually, generally, on a regular routine, need to be maintained, you know, and so you got to be aware of that too. So that's probably what we're going to see here in the energies that, you know, Spirit God. Father God. Thank you. You're making me strong, man. Everybody didn't have to do that. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for making everybody strong. Thank you for giving us the capacity and the will to show the world what it is that you're working on. Needs to be done. You teach, you teach, and I appreciate that. You got to stop it. They say I have to say this to you, God, and I can't say that they really use that on me, Father God, and that's why I love you so good, you know. It's just always there for me, man. Always protecting me, always keeping me safe. I want to do the same thing for you, you know. That's why we get taught that stuff. That's how we learn, you know. We're here to protect Father God, you know. We're here to protect our relationship with Father God. And we're here to tell Father God that we love them, you know. And because they do us everything, you know. Everything for us, man. And they do. They love us, you know. They love us, you know. I really want to thank people that have joined the channel here. I really appreciate the comments. You know, I appreciate opening up. I appreciate you sharing. You know, I do. It takes a lot. It's our world's so weird today. You know, and we need to learn to pour into each other more, you know. That's what Father God's asking us to do, you know, most importantly, is to be available for each other, see each other, you know, for who, what we are, that we know inside ourselves the most, you know, and I feel that when we share our story with the collectives like we do, and make ourselves open like that and bare our soul, that's what we need more of, you know. So thank you for that. Thank you, you know. I love that. All right, Spirit. Let's see what Spirit is. Say, I really love Spirit too. You know, Spirit's my best friend. I've learned that this year. More importantly than anything. Got George Washington here, shot in the throat, but coming out air side up on the floor, man. It jumped right out of that bag. I didn't even grab it, you know. So somebody wants to talk. But like this eagle right here, see George Washington on this side of the coin. If you can see this here, it's been shot in the throat, right through his throat chakra. So George Washington, he ain't talking, right? But this coin came out sitting here on the upside with the eagle, and that eagle is being shot right in the fucking head. And so that's some energy that feels like they're not able to speak their mind, you know? But it's like, it's more like everything that's in their mind, when they speak it, it doesn't come out as the truth, you know? They're stuck and they're caught in their lies. And, you know, if you look at this eagle here too, it's only kind of been shot on a little bit on the side of its head. So it ain't been shot all the way in the head. And so I'm just gonna say that energy right there, this energy clearly represents a figure in charge, the leader, who's got their head stuck straightly up there, directly up their ass, and they do not know what they're fucking talking about, nor what they're doing. I don't really know where to put this individual right now. That's the energy I get off of this coin. It's like, it doesn't have anywhere to belong right now. It didn't even belong in the bag. The spirit, the bag, it kicked this motherfucker out right on the floor, and it said, shut your motherfucking mouth. Air energy. That's air energy right there. Alright, Spirit. Spirit, I know who we're talking about. Spirit. Spirit has a lot to say tonight, man. They told me I was thinking about having a different conversation with somebody tonight, but oh fuck that, oof, shit, yep, yeah, we got the whole party out here, folks. Spirit, you can't do 3-hour reads, Spirit. I just burned myself on my incense, man. We got some energies out here tonight, folks. Oof. Oof, telling you, man. Yeah, we got some karmic energies out here tonight, and they're in their motherfucking heads, and they're trying to hide. They're trying to hide out in the forest, pretend like they're fucking chosen ones, just like you, man. They're trying to say, nah, I think we're gonna go over here and hide fucking a little bit, because they're trying to pretend like they ain't been totally fucking manipulated by their fucking desires, man. That's their like that's everything in a bottle that could kill you. That's what that is. That's toxic shit. That's toxicity. That's the things that you don't need, but it has been shoved down your throat, you know? And so we have a lot of fearless leaders out here in our nation who have been totally subdued by the contents of this bottle, because they don't want the world to know what they do in their little secret organizations with this coin church, right? This church coin right here. See, that's the Pope, you know? And everybody knows what the Pope does, you know? You want to wear your soap on a little string hanging around your fucking neck if you take a shower around the Pope, because you can't trust them individuals, you know? And that's the contents of the Coke bottle that these sick fucks want to swill on. And so we got us a false leader out here. We got us a false prophet. We got us an individual who needs to be cast down, who needs to have their clothes removed, and needs to be covered in hot tar, dusted in a fucking good cloud of fucking chicken feathers, and carried out of the courts in a fucking a beam. That's what they do with them individuals right there. And I've been told that's a very uncomfortable situation to be in. I've heard that's a great way to lose your fucking dermis, you know? Your epidermis, I think, is one of the others. One of them things. You got two skins, but that one that comes on the outside, it comes off just like a fucking pig when he scalded it. When they pour that hot tar on you, you're going to be screaming to the fucking skies, man, and nobody's going to listen to you. George Washington with throat shot out in this bald eagle position right here, because you ain't got nothing in your fucking brains that's worth 2 fucking cents, or a 22 shell even for that matter. Because that's an individual right here that would play dead just to fucking get rich and fucking just to lie to you, because that's what gets their dick hard in the morning, because they're a piece of shit. And that's what's fucking happening right now. That's why they've been cast the fuck out by spirit. You understand that, big shot? Somebody called their energy back on these bitches right here. That's what that is. And they're losing their fucking glamour. And the whole world's starting to see what the fuck they are underneath that mask. And then lizards' teeth can't fucking hide their fucking snarl like that, you know? They can't. You take that mask off, you don't know damn good and well who the motherfucking snake is. This coin says no cash value, replay only, you know? And that's the problem because right now we got a replay only energy that's in a power position. And they're not going to be responsible for the fucking jackass shit that they pull fucking down the road here because why? They have no responsibility. They're replay only. It's replay because they got a vendetta because they want to get out in the world and create all this fucking turmoil and shit and act like they're a hotshot because they have to do what the fucking New World Order Church over here, these jackasses that run the world with their fucking cross, has been telling them to do because they want everybody to believe that these are the end times, man. And then there's no replay and there's no cash value in their motherfucking lives, man. These motherfuckers right here, I'm telling you, restroom token. Restroom token. Right here. And this is that little itty bitty motherfucking restroom token right here. Tiny ass little motherfucker because they ain't jack shit. And we all know about restroom token because we talk about restroom token on this fucking channel quite often, unfortunately. I got about 100 fucking different things in that motherfucking bag. And for some whatever fucking reason, I got 2 restroom token coins in that bag. And I'll get one every motherfucking day when I pull coins. I don't know. And I got a little ass motherfucking restroom token, and I have a medium-sized restroom token compared to the rest of these coins. It's about the size of this Curtis Park token right here. And no matter what, I got big ones, and I got all the other shit in there. They still come out. And so it's not because of any reason other than the fact that Spirit likes to talk and tell their shit on these fucking restroom tokens who are trying to fucking destroy our world right now, folks. They're trying to kill us. They got us parked out here in the Curtis parking in the ethers, fucking feeling separated from every fucking thing that is grounded in Earth because the lies are just so motherfucking prevalent. How many fucking times are we going to listen to this bullshit motherfucker over here who ain't got nothing in their head? You know? Everything that comes out of their mouth don't make sense because they ain't got nothing in their motherfucking head. I mean, that's just what it is, man. And that's what Spirit's like. Spirit's like, who's going to talk today? That's what Spirit's like, who's going to talk today? Who are we going to talk about? That motherfucker right there. Kick them the fuck out. And that's why, if you look to see their glamour's gone down, and they're looking a little bit old right now. They're looking a little bit drained right now. They're looking a little bit like maybe they're realizing that shit that they fucking did over there, that co-bottle energy, is going to be fucking exposed to everybody, and they're going to look the fool, you know? And that's why our karmic leadership is hiding out over here now. I'm trying to pretend like their ass didn't do nothing. And that's a lie. And so, the only energy of the chosen ones is coming out over here and Country Girl, Country Kitchen. Country Girl, Country Kitchen, man. It's like, once again, over here right by restroom token. So for some feeble fucking reason, this fucking coin right here, this energy right here, that ain't got nothing going on in their head that they can't fucking talk about, that's not a lie. They can't fucking, they can't milk us no more, is what this energy is over here because they're getting kicked right off the fucking table and they're being exposed as a karmic leader who's strung out on, I mean, if we're going to give them any kind of credit, just, you know, for fair, maybe it wasn't like they are now, but they were strung out on stuff that they don't want everybody to know about, and that's the problem. They got secrets. This energy right here, with this air coin coming out with that fucking eagle with its head blown off, that's secrets, man. And that's big secrets with the rest of this shit that's going on in this table. And it has to do with the way that they fucking control us and manipulate us and keep us in this country kitchen, country girl fucking, in the reverse kind of vibe with our skirts up over our fucking heads where they can do whatever the fuck they want to us, man. Keeping us out here Kersey Park, you know? With that's not very fucking cool. I don't know. We got air, you know, water, earth. We got water, air, earth. So we got air, water, and earth on here. I don't see a whole lot of fire. There ain't no fire, man. Because that's the fire that done got on out of that fucking candle right now. And that candle ain't going to be sitting on top of the motherfucking table no more. Because it's light that it's casting onto the world. It's a light that's not going to be appreciated any longer. It's been exposed for being a beacon of darkness, you know. It's a vampire right here, man. That motherfucker right there. is a false prophet. It's a false prophet. And they rule with their karmic energy. And they rule with karmic energy as well. And that's what's coming out the most. Closest to the sun and the earth is their karmic ancestry. And so the things that they do religiously involve the sickness and the twisted shit that is inside that goat bottle. That's the genie inside that bottle that they worship. And their ancestors want sacrifices made onto that fucking genie in order to please them. And in order for them to continue to cast them spells and everything that keeps the world under this glamour spell that lets this motherfucker lead, you know? But those spells, see, they're coming out right here by this karmic ancestor coin right here, because that's the karmic ancestry of this leader, this ancestor, or this false prophet over here. And that's what the energies that they've been sacrificing to in order to uphold their false leadership and their false prophecy, you know? And fortunately for us, even though we're kind of feeling like, man, what the fuck, whole world's kind of riding our coattails right now and sitting on our backs, holding us back from defeating these energies while these energies are just welling the shit out of us, you know? But what's happening here, because see, last time that restroom token energy came out, it was in a much larger coin, you know? It was twice the size of this coin that it's coming out in right now, which is this itty bitty little fucker right here, because that's the power of the spells that they've been casting, and the spell work that they've been doing, you know, that's the strength is reducing in their ability to continue to oppress us in this energy where we have to be slaves as Country Girl, Country Kitchen, because they're whoring us out for our energies by keeping us courtesy parked over here in this energy where we don't know if there's forward movement or not, you know? And so, like, we're working really hard to try to get that momentum going and get that fucking ball rolling so that we can build God's kingdom in an energy that's free from these unnatural sacrifices and the lies told on the tongues of the lying false prophets. Because we are the truth, you know, but the truth has been rendered kind of useless, you know. It's been enslaved by this corporate empire, by this consumer wasteland that these motherfuckers ruled over with their fucking false prophecies and their lies, you know, and their fucking false idols and their fake gods and their weak ass motherfucking ancestors who do shitty work, you know. And it's funny because they're really being exposed right now, and it's funny, but it's not funny, but it is funny. It is. I've been calling these energies out my whole life, and I've always been told I was crazy, that I was wrong. But now they're getting shown to be exactly what it is that they are. Their lies are being exposed, you know? And the whole world's going to see that. But what's going to happen is that it's unfortunately a kingdom that's built on lies. When those lies become the truth, when those lies are brought to court and judgment is called and justice is served, there's a strong chance that the empires that were built on those lies are going to crumble, you know? And so the people that are of the truth, Country Girl, Country Kitchen, you know, pay attention, you know? And so the time that you've been courtesy parked, you're staying true to your calling of God Most High, because God Most High is trying to keep you safe, trying to keep you away from these devils, you know? And so that's made you feel like your energy was reduced and that you didn't have much value because the world didn't see you. But the things are turning around right now because you're needed. The calling is out there. And when these false leaders fall on their heads and are exposed, we got to pick up the pieces, chosen ones. That's our fucking job, you know. And that's why God has called us. That's why God has strengthened you and has shown you your strength from a place that is not like these buffoons who are in charge, you know? Like, you've learned how to use your head. You've learned how to align your chakras within yourself so that you know how to communicate properly within yourself, and you know how to relay to the world a message that is the most honest and the most true according to that message that was delivered to you by God Most High to deliver. And when you deliver that word, your tongue is going to take down. Your tongue is going to be the tower that exposes all of these false prophets and brings down this empire around us. So be prepared to pick up the pieces when you do so, you know. And that's a power move that we're all going to make, that we are making right now by collectively praying for the change that we want to see in the world. When we get that change, with it is going to come shedding. You know, we're going to have to shed all those things that didn't align with the kingdom that God's trying to build. And so that's the truth that we speak right now, that they've been trying to silence with their lives because they're trying to expedite this process and create a false sense of doom. They're trying to make you believe that there's such thing as the end times, and that there's an Armageddon on the way, and that we have no reason to live or to fight or to be true or to be good, you know? And that's not at all true. That's an illusion, and that's a lie, you know? And they're going to be exposed as that ugly ass lie, and we're going to all see it. And then things are going to start changing. Because we're going to start telling ourselves truth. Spirit. I'm going to start up here, Spirit. False. Four of cups in the reverse, you know. And so the Four of Cups in the reverse is representing this false leadership over here, because in this karmic coin energy, this was a karmic leader right here who got caught up with the same scandal and the same lies as everything, you know. And then this individual was assassinated. He died a death that was kind of embarrassing, you know, for himself and for his family and for his nation, and in a manner that was embarrassing. It's still conspiracy. It's still joked on. They don't even let him R.I.P. because they keep digging this motherfucker up out of the grave every time they get a new karmic leader that they want to compare him to, and make it clear to the nation that how they play. And that's why they took a shot at this. That's why this eagle right here, see, it don't got a head on it. Not at all. It's been blown the fuck off. And when they did that, that shot George Washington in the throat and took away all our freedom. And we started to accept false leadership. This coin right here, it looks identical to the silver coin that these coins were made in silver. And then when they killed the motherfucker, you know, when they offed him, you know, then they started to make them out of nickel copper alloy, and they're kind of not worth very much, you know. Today, they're worth nothing, 50 cents. The same coin right here, printed in silver, is worth a lot today. It's like worth 11, 12 bucks, maybe even more. I'm not sure. Silver keeps going up, you know. And so, but this coin right here, this is a karmic coin because they sacrificed this individual to give us less as a nation. They took away leadership that we thought was going to be whole, and they gave us broken ass fucking little playboys that ain't worth a damn and can't keep their fucking peckers in their pants and can't behave like mature men around young women and shit, you know. And so now they're getting caught up because they've been playing these fucking games for a long time, playing twiddly-dinks and pickup sticks with the fucking preacher, you know, with the fucking cat the preacher and shit when nobody's fucking looking. So they got turned out when they were youth, and they got broke the fuck off, and so that's what gets them off moving forward in the future, you know. And they try to hide all their fucking illness and all their sickness. They try to bottle that shit up like, oh, it's just Coca-Cola, it's the American way. Nah, bitch, it ain't that at all. It's sick, it's twisted, it's wrong. And we don't just go blowing people's heads off right next to their fucking wives and shit, trying to fucking put the nation in a state of fear so that we continue to allow them to fucking use us like this. And make us look foolish, so stupid. Following a fucking false idol. Worshipping a dead high one, a dead chosen one, nailed to a wooden fucking cross, you know? A wooden idol of just death, blood, destruction, and hatred, and greed, because he ran these money changers out of the church, you know? Fuck them. Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them. Break their fucking bottle of secrets. Put them out on the fucking streets and the fucking yokes like they did back in the fucking day, man. And let everybody fucking have their way with them the way that they've been having their way with the world freely, man. Fuck them, you know? No cash value. Replay only. We can't sit and let these motherfuckers keep replaying this shit over and over and over. And so that we fucking pay and suffer and watch our families be destroyed. Watch our loved ones be destroyed with fucking drugs and with alcohol, with violence, with fucking all this bullshit that's going on in people's heads because of social media. I mean, that was a confirmation burp right there, you know? Wake up. People need to wake up and say, nah, man, we want to know the fucking truth. We want to hear the truth. We want a leadership that we truthfully can follow and know they're not going to get their head fucking blown off, you know? We want to be offered this fucking cup that God's offered us. But this Four of Cups right here, it's coming out in the fucking reverse because these karmic leadership energies right here are looking for a fucking way out and God's not offering it to them. God kicked their ass right out of that bag of coins and said, get your shit on the fucking streets right now and fucking, you're going to open up your fucking laundry basket and you're going to dump that shit out yourself and we're all going to fucking ruffle through it right now. We're going to find out who and fucking exactly what you are, man. Who and what exactly you are, man. And you ain't no Ace of Cups and at all. That Ace of Cups is being denied to you right here. And everybody's going to see what you fucking are. Yeah. The things you like in that Coke bottle, the things that have got you off for all these fucking years are the things that brought no joy to fucking anybody or everything around you. You're a joy kill, man. False prophet. You're a fucking motherfucker. And we're tired of your lies. And we're tired of your joy kill. We celebrate with God Most High, who is a living God and would never sacrifice nothing. None of us, not a single one of us, not a hair on our head would they allow to fucking be done like that way, you know, as a offering, you know. Those are your fucking lies, false prophet. Those are your fucking Coke bottle fucking lies. That your fucking genie in the bottle has you out there doing sick and twisted fucking shit to ensure fucking exist in this world, because the last thing you want to see is us be happy and free with our fucking God and a creation that they created that is the most beautiful fucking thing the universe has ever fucking seen, where we're free, man. Try to fucking oppress us, try to act like you're some big shot because you got a fucking limousine and a wife with fake tits and a bunch of fucking money, but you ain't fucking nothing that's loving. You let children die, asshole, on your fucking time. Seriously, man. Shit. Yeah, man. They've been celebrating. They've been celebrating on our fucking misery. They've been getting you to fucking fill their fat fucking coffers so they can go have an easy fucking life and fucking act like this dickhead right here. But guess what? This celebration is the temporary celebration. See, that's a halfway celebration. That's the celebration that you already had, and now you're going to celebrate your fucking losses, motherfucker. And we're the ones who are going to celebrate. That's what's fucking coming, you know? Replay only. So that was the last fucking time, see? You had your celebration. That's your last replay, man. And now we're going to whoop your fucking ass in the streets, and everybody's going to know exactly what the hell you are. Big Brother's going to take a long swim off what do I say? Take a long swim off a short pier or something like that. Something, right? I don't know, man. Interesting energies here the Spirit wants to read on, right? Love you, Spirit. Thank you. No cash value. Replay only. And that contract is void because they're fucking they broke that contract, you know? They voided that contract when they started to partake in the contents of that fucking Coke bottle. We said no addictive and abusive behavior. You can't be abusing your fucking your favorite drug of choice, which is satanic fucking bullshit. You gotta fucking put that fucking shit down if you want to fucking have a collaboration with God's chosen ones, so that you could be a part of the kingdom that's coming in, where there's no greed, there's no hate, there's no suffering, there's no lies, there's no bullshit. There's no you, motherfucker. You got kicked right out of that fucking bag, straight to the fucking floor where you belong. Where you belong. You're not flying no more. They shot your head off and broke your motherfucking wings. That's what Spirit says to me. Spirit says that we don't gotta do what they say no more. Spirit says that we've listened to them long enough. Spirit says that everything that they do is fake, you know, it's false. It's false shit. The money they worship is their fake God, you know? And they spill blood of innocent. And Spirit says that we no longer have to condone that behavior. They said they don't. They said they're tired of it. They said rest your token over here needs to keep working if they're going to try to fucking control us. They can keep working at it, but the work that they're doing, every time they swing that hammer, it's just reducing the quality of the project that they're working on. And so these coins that they're making right here on this table, those are fucking coins of falsity. Those are counterfeit. That's counterfeit fucking wishes. That's counterfeit lies. That's counterfeit fucking spell work right there. That's spell work that's being cast, but it's not landing on the sender, you know. It's not landing on the receiver, you know. And so it's coming back to the sender because it has little effect anymore. We don't give a fuck about restroom token. Restroom token's been diminished, you know. They're over there still thinking they're some kind of fucking hot shot with their karmic ancestors out here, you know, because they've been out here doing the spell work with their karmic ancestors, making sacrifices in their fucking false church, you know, nailing the chosen ones to the cross and shit, trying to siphon off our fucking energy and use us for their fucking dirty work, because that's what they've been trying to do this whole fucking time right here. But everybody in the whole world started to realize who Restroom Token is, and that the value of restroom token is greatly fucking diminished. And so they best start fucking working really hard to repair their fucking image, because their ancestors right now are starting to think like, wow, I think we chose the wrong one for this job of fucking everything up that's good on God's fucking great creation. Yeah. You know what I wonder? What I wonder with these energies? Because I think about it, you know? And it's like, why would these ancestors here, these karmic ancestors and everything, you know, they know heaven's real because they're not allowed in there. You know, they're ancestors. So they know because their ancestors are allowed in heaven. So why the fuck would they go against us, you know? Why the fuck would they try to conjure up some kind of fucking dark shit that's going to keep us fucking in a position where we're easily fed on, you know, where we're easily siphoned off of, so that they have all the power and control and they can do whatever they want. They're manipulating us, trying to keep us as this country girl, country kitchen energy that's some broke dick bodunk who don't understand where the fuck they're at, right? Can't even dress right. But that's not truth, you know? And that lie is being exposed with this sun card on the bottom of the deck. You know, truth is, Country Grill, Country Kitchen's gonna survive this motherfucker because we know how to fucking dodge that bullet when it's coming our fucking way. Because we always speak our fucking mind. And that's something that we're gonna protect fucking severely. You know, and so they can think that they got us courtesy park. They can think that they got us fucking shut up. But the truth is that God's after their fucking asses and them hounds have been fucking let out. And them dogs can hunt. God's dogs can hunt. Karmic leader, karmic bullshit, fucking shitbird over here with your head shot off. You have a big stinking trail, and God's dogs can hunt. And so you best get ready to be rounded up. That's what I think. And I think that's going to be coming here, you know, because there's going to be some exposure on a lot of these situations that we've been dealing with the devil. Because devil energy is what we're walking away from completely now. The chosen ones know we see the truth and we can't see it any other way anymore. There's no way to see it at all. Country Girl, Country Kitchen right here knows, we need to preserve what we know is going to preserve us. That's what Country Girl, Country Kitchen is learning out here in this Courtesy Park energy, because she's starting to really see that her energies have been being depleted by this King of Wands energy over here, because this King of Wands is married to a fucking witch. That's a divine union in fucking hell. And those two are out here fucking wreaking havoc on the chosen ones with their fucking black magic and all their fucking sorcery and their fucking spell work that they're doing to appease their ancestors, you know? And so we need to close these fucking secret altars, you know? We need to figure out how to get in there and smash their fucking temples so that they can no longer have their wicked fucking practice that continues to put the leadership in control that they can control. Because they can control a motherfucker who don't know at all what they fucking think and could never speak the truth anyways if they fucking wanted to, you know? And so that's what these motherfuckers do with this devil energy that we're walking away from and not going to have any part of anymore. Because we're not going to play along anymore. We see that there's a great divide that's happening right now. There's a massive separation between the children of light and the children of darkness. And they're all going to be gathering in those fields to have that great war, which is called Armageddon. But those fields are within our own internal kingdoms, you know. We can fight this war in the ethereals and remove these energies permanently from Earth when we decide to walk away from that devil, because we know that devil's been trying to control us and to keep us courtesy parked and as farly separated from God as they possibly can, thinking that even God forgot about us, like we're some car at the airport that's just gathering dust. Eventually it's going to get towed away and just forgotten about. But that's not the truth, you know? That's not the truth. And what we're realizing as these chosen ones, we're starting to fucking fire our shit up, fire our gears up on our own here after being courtesy parked for so long, and we're knocking the dust off. But we're finding the titles in those glove boxes, in our glove boxes, and we're like, no, that title says property of fucking Spirit God Most High, man. And so we know damn good and well what we are. We're not going to let them courtesy park us ever fucking again. Not going to let them courtesy park us ever again. It's, yeah, no, because see, that time at your courtesy park, you learned how to trust yourself. You learned how to trust your intuition. You learned how to trust your inner knowing. You learned to believe in you, Country Girl, Country Kitchen. And that's what gave you the strength to walk away from this devil that's been lying to you. Congratulations. That's really good energy right there. That's good work. We have water, air, earth, fire, water, and water. This is water and earth. So that's a mudslide, a volcano, folks. That's mudslide, a volcano. So that means that shit's happening. We got some activity right now. Water's a lubrication, and when you lubricate enough of the earth, things can get really messy. That's when things get muddy, you know. And yeah, because the reason that things are muddy right now is that that King of Wands in the reverse that was showing itself on the bottom of the deck, that's worshiping in these false temples, swilling from that fucking Coke bottle over there filled with poison. They're praying onto their ancestors, their karmic ancestors, that the chosen ones don't heal and walk into the light away from that devil energy by trusting their intuition, knowing that they themselves are the ones who are now going to speak the truth. And that's the energy that kicked this fucking quarter over here, this eagle with its head blown off, straight the fuck out of that bag, because chosen ones are saying, nah, bitch, it's time for you to get the fuck out of here, because we're going to fucking heal. Tell your ancestors to go fuck themselves. We're not going to allow them to block our healing no more, because when we heal everything around us. And that could even heal the wounds that this motherfucker suffered right here that should have been fatal but weren't. Well, those wounds could even be fucking healed. So maybe this motherfucker will start to listen. That would be awesome, right? But I'm not really going to bank on that. Spirit, are we going to pull some energy on that one? As they fall, a new leader will rise. And this Empress energy is gonna replace this false emperor right here, this false prophet. That energy is gonna be replaced by this Empress energy right here, because this Empress is the one that kicked that motherfucker out of the bag. That's what Spirit says. Yeah. Chosen ones, meet your fucking adversary. Chosen ones, meet your adversary. You're the Empress. And one that you kicked right straight out of that bag says Spirit ain't talking to them ever fucking again, because Spirit asked you, Spirit says, you know what, Empress? You've been really going through a fucking lot, you know? And so, what do you wish for, you know? And that Empress says, I wish for the truth, Spirit. I want the truth to be told. I want everybody in the whole world to know what's true and to know what's right, and to know how to walk into your light, you know? And so Spirit said that to God, and God says, okay, well, we'll grant that wish. And so it's becoming a very apparent globally and interpersonally for us, you know, all of us participating in this great creation that God created. That who's a star and who's not a star, huh? Yeah, it's just fucking what it is, folks. And so, Empress. We love Empress energy, you know. That's powerful energy to have. That's powerful energy to be in. You know, it's beautiful energy to be in. And so you're a very beautiful person that is probably watching this, you know, if you're resonating with that energy for sure, and you understand the darkness that I'm talking about that we all are seeing apparently in our world, that has a lot of people in fear because they believe that they're in charge, you know, and they only rule with an illusion, you know, like the everything about what you're experiencing in our world today is a lie that's built on the concept of these individuals having more power and more strength, you know, more wealth, and that's just all they care about. And it's not even a fair game anymore, because the gap is so fucking wide that it's just going to be ever widening, you know. And Spirit or God is not allowing that no more. God's done with this shit, you know. God, you know, we asked our prophets to go to God and ask God to give us a king to rule over the people, because like there wasn't a king, you know, to protect the people, you know, God's people like that. And so they every king kind of didn't really do a very good job, you know. Like, you know, King David was great, and And there was Solomon, you know, he's great. But at the same time, you know, there's a lot of stories in there where those kings have really created a lot of problems for us, man. And so that's changing. The Empress is going to have a little more say now. And the devil's going to have to sit down. And the devil's not going to have the audience that it used to have because they're not playing the right songs, you know? Like, they're not performing with the right... they ain't out here with the star. We're the star. We're the star now because we've learned to be the star even in our moon energy. When we're in our moon energy and as Curtis parked over here, we became the star of our own show and walked away from the show that the devil's trying to tell into a place where we're protected from these negative fucking energies because we never did swill off of that fucking Coke bottle, you know, the way they did. Like we've been tempted by it, everybody is, because that's the way the world's ran, right? It's toxic. But we've protected ourselves from that toxicity, especially during times when it was most important that we were protected from those toxicities. You know, we were set aside. And we were set aside because God wants us to have the celebration. God wants us to see that there is no joy in that Coke bottle, you know? And so, like, with that 4 cups right here, anybody who continues to follow the way of that Coke bottle and these false prophets, they're going to be denied that cup of wisdom that Spirit God is offering out of the sky. And these motherfuckers right here are trying to hide from God, you know? Which... How do you hide from God in God's forest, you know, or in God's creation? It's God's creation. It's not their creation. And so they really think that they've like created a shadow that's going to obscure them so that when God comes down here and calls the names of the chosen ones and we all say, here I am, God, that they're going to be able to hide out and not get caught up. And then like, what, God's going to leave? We're going to play this game again? I'm a motherfucker. Fuck you, you know. God's saying you're not a star. So like, step the fuck down. Quit playing these fucking games, you know. Telling the fucking lies. If you don't want to be a part of what God's created, that's great. That's amazing. That's beautiful. Then, you know, fuck off. Yeah. Yeah. We got the 7 of Wands coming out here. It's 3 of Cups, which is heartless. It says the 3 of Swords. It says heartless, right? Because these are heartless motherfuckers. But that 7 of Wands says all of you at once. Fuck. You know, because that's what's happening now. See, there's so many of us that are praying in a higher divine light that these individuals now are being denied from God. See, this is God denying the karmic leadership so that they don't have a way out. You know, everything that they're trying to do to conceal the contents of those 3 cups is being exposed to the whole world because Father God's not going to offer them a cup of concealment. Father God's not going to offer them a mask that is going to help them safely navigate these waters and get them out of this tight bind because they've had the joy taken away from their lives now because they've been trying to take the joy away from you. But we see that, and so we came at them all at once, and they're like, fuck. They kind of think God's heartless. But how can a motherfucker who has been down for so many fucking years, so many eons, so many generations, like so many family lineages of like traumatic abuse, institutional traumatic abuse, and false celebration, right? With this 3 of Pentacles, no cash value in the reverse, with this 6 of Wands, with the church coin and the Coke bottle, you know? And that's what's happening here. And their ancestors are being exposed as fucking weak sauce. Fucking weak sauce. It's like their ancestors got motherfucking lazy the whole time because these motherfuckers over here got so spoiled that they stopped learning how to even properly make offers to their ancestors and keep their ancestors armed to the fucking ethereals so they have what it takes so that when they cast them fucking spells, they land fucking heavy and that shit fucking works. But that's not how it's going for these motherfuckers, you know? And it's funny, but it's sad. It's funny, but it's sad, you know? Yeah, it's 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is coming out on the the toxic institution with the false celebration, that celebration that came and went. And so they celebrated so hard, though, and this Nine of Cups energy and their smug ass fucking ways and all their secrets and all their bullshit and all their fucking manipulative tactics and their emotional fucking derangement. They're coming out as if I drink one more shot of that, I'm gonna puke. Nine of Cups. Blah! That's their fucking party too motherfucking hard. So they fucking party so hard on that Coke bottle that even they're sick of their own fucking shit. Now, isn't that fucking funny? And I saw that puke over here, this coin right here. I seen that motherfucker, and they got a look on their face like they're gonna puke because, yep, shit's getting exposed. That party was fucking, they shouldn't have gone to that party. Yeah, they shouldn't have gone to that party right there. They should have gone to that party where they're serving in contents of that Coke bottle, man. And that's why they're coming out here after that 3 of coins with no cash value, fucking replay only with the fucking 2 of wands. It says, whose world is it anyways? You know, they thought they were ruling that motherfucker sitting there. They got that world in the palm of their fucking hand. They thought that those ships were selling in with their fucking celebration, with their fucking party, but that's not happening. And now they're wondering, whose world is it anyways? Well, it sure as fuck ain't yours. You're just a fucking nasty ass little weak ass motherfucker who ain't got fucking shit fucking in the goddamn ancestral department helping you do, you know, can't help you do nothing. Can't fucking throw black magic out here that works because chosen ones are so fucking protected by God Most High. And so, you're out of here. You're fired. That's what they fucking said, man. Yeah, that's what they said. And now it's your turn to be kept all night, motherfucker. You're fired. That's what they said. That's what they said, you know? And now, is that what they said? Like, is that what your ancestors said? Or is that what you're trying to say to your ancestors, dipshit? I think it's pretty funny. I think this bald eagle over here, it looks a lot better without a fucking big old red mop of fucking goofy ass fucking hair. That's what I motherfucking think. At least it fucking shaved his head close. We got Jack of Wands. It's gonna be fun. And we got the Jack of Swords. I'm here to give you the message of truth, and that's it, right? And so, those energies that's what this star energy over here. This star energy is a goofball, and that energy is coming out as this Jack of Wands, this Jack of Fire in the upright position, saying, "Oh, it's gonna be fun," you know, because they're trying to convince this motherfucker that, oh yeah, when you get out there and you're leading and you're high in charge and you're in that 6 of Wands energy, celebrating over there, swimming from that Coke bottle, oh, it's gonna be fun. Fucking enjoy yourself. And this little goofball right here says, "Oh, okay, all right," unrealizing that that the truth that they're gonna be delivering. That's a message of truth that says, I'm here to tell the truth, and that's it. Well, this motherfucker right here is now trying to kind of like protect this energy and this Jack of Swords energy because the truth that they were telling was a fucking lie. The Jack of Swords is a fucking liar, man. They don't know really what they're talking about. It's not a King of Swords. It's a Jack of Swords over here trying to say, oh yeah, I'm telling you the fucking truth. Trust me. You know, fuck you, motherfucker. You're a Jack of Wands with the fucking hand in the honey bowl out here trying to convince everybody that your lies are the fucking truth and you're being exposed for not being the star of the fucking show no more. Nobody wants to listen to your fucking shit, you know? Nobody wants to hear it from you. Even if you say that you know the truth, nobody wants to hear it from you, you know? It says here, 2 swords on the bottom of the deck. Sometimes it's just not easy to see the truth. Maybe wait till things are more clear. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. That'd be a good fucking idea with those energies right there coming out with that fucking motherfucker. I don't think we're fucking spirit. Yeah, see, them ancestors were throwing them fucking wands out, trying to fucking stop the blood healing, block the healing, and that shit came out as this minute fucking rescue. It was like a wet fart, basically. They thought they were gonna blow the roof off the church. It was just a wet fart, but that wet fart's gonna cost them fucking everything. So they got their ancestors, they hired some fucking practitioners, they sacrificed the worst sacrifices, that's gonna be exposed because they're such a low life. And now everything, all that shit that they did it's going to cost them everything. They didn't get nothing solved. It did not work. It's not going to work. They're going to be exposed as a liar. They're going down with the fucking, the lies that they've told. This jack of fucking wands over here, this jack of swords, ain't jack shit. And they ain't got no fucking fight in them either. This is the three of swords right here, and it's coming out on the Country Girl, Country Kitchen. Country Girl, Country Kitchen. Three of swords is a heartbreak, you know? It's like disappointment, right? But it says, yeah, shit, whatever. I seen it coming anyways. And that's why we're walking away from the devil energy over here as Country Girl, Country Kitchen. And so the battered empire that's about ready to fall is not going to take down our stability or fucking make it so that we can't protect ourselves from the fucking damages that we suffered by the hands of this fucking devil, by the fucking devil building its fucking delusional fucking empire and shit and its fucking kingdom on top of God's beautiful creation, you know? And so, like, we've been suffering through all that shit, and that's what's prepared us to now see the truth. We seen it coming anyways, and so we're like, yeah, whatever. It kind of hurts a little bit, but at the same time, we're not delusional. We seen it coming, you know? And so we're the ones who are clear in our intention and have no shame. We have nothing to hide, you know? We're like, yeah, fuck Country Girl, Country Kitchen. Fucking little bunkin over here. But I ain't worshiping the fucking devil and doing atrocious fucking behavior that's getting me exposed as the liar that you fucking are, man. That energy over there should watch itself. Rest your token's getting its ass handed to him. Four wands in the bottom of the deck says, stand the fuck back while you break our union, you know? And that's because these motherfucking lies that they're doing, they're trying to tempt you into situations that are going to alter your consciousness in a way that you can't maintain a divine connection with Most High any longer, and they have total control over you. Don't let that happen. Be aware of that energy. Listen to your intuition. Don't get broken down out here in this courtesy park energy where you can't love yourself, because that's what they're trying to do. They want to destroy your love for yourself inside with their lies. And so you compare themselves to them, and they're so atrocious that if you compare yourself to them, well, you can never love yourself, because that's an atrocious fucking energy. You're looking at them like, they want you, or you're courtesy park and you're isolated, and you're measuring yourself up to the falsities and the lies that they're offering you in this devil energy. But you're like, nah, man, after being courtesy park for a little while, I think it's wise for me to go ahead and step up and walk out of the situation, love myself, and listen to my intuition, love God, and protect that union. Because that's the only thing that's protecting you from them. And like, right now, it's like it's been an abusive relationship, you know? And so they're our abuser. And when we separate from abusive relationships and remove ourselves from the abuse, oftentimes we have to go through a period where we have to learn to love ourselves and trust ourselves again, because it's Stockholm Syndrome, you know? We are pining for the oppressor, you know? We're going to pine for the oppressor. We're going to look for the slave master, because what we know is how to be slaves. All we've ever been is slaves. But we have to free ourselves now. And we can't follow the path of the slave master, or they'll just re-enslave us again. That's what's going to happen. And so God's offering you this opportunity to reset, to step aside, and to see yourself in the light that you should shine. Because if God hired you, who is going to fire you with this Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck? They're very proud of you for seeing the truth, for finding a path that is bold and that others can follow. We're protected, folks. Because it says right here with the Seven of Coins, just keep waiting. And that energy is on these karmic ancestors right here that they've been making these sacrifices to the whole fucking time, because they got them convinced that God's not real, you know? And so God's saying, I'm very fucking real, and just keep waiting. You're going to see that one of these motherfucking days. You're going to fucking wake up, and you're going to quit stumbling around in the dark, and you're going to want to speak your tongue. But that may be too late for this energy right here. I really feel that way. I think there's going to be a lot that's going to be exposed, and that's going to have some major repercussions on them. And so let's get one more card, Spirit, on that karmic energy up there. It's Four Cups in the reverse. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Because they're trying to figure out, those are the three energies that are in those three cups that are being dumped out here and being exposed. And that so God's not offering these individuals a way out of this, because we have the Two of Swords right here, which is don't lie to me, bitch. And that's air energy. God said, don't lie to me. I see every fucking thing. And so you might have a lot of fools around you, karmic energy, that takes your great leadership in every fucking thing. But we've already shown you once what happens with the crowd that you're rolling with. And so this individual is very vulnerable, and they should really probably stop lying to themselves and stop lying to God. That would be in cup number one. But they're not going to find a way out of that. You're going to just have to trust your gut here and start cutting, because God's like, fucking, yeah. You're going to have to fucking figure this out on your own, motherfucker. You're going to have to figure this out on your own, and stop lying to me, bitch. Stop lying to yourself, dick potato. There you have it, folks. And so we've been talking about this dick potato the whole time. Get ready to watch the news, watch the local news, and see if there's any redheads that are familiar out here that got themselves caught up in a predatorial situation. They thought they were the big fish, but now they're going to get eaten. And that's just one portion of the beast that's going to be exposed for exactly what it is, who and what it is. And we got to quit treating it like entertainment and treat it like real life, and pull away from this energy, this beast energy. We got to pull ourselves away from it, folks. We got to start doing that. We got to start communicating with each other. We got to start being active in our communities. We got to start planting our gardens, and we got to start preparing to provide for ourselves outside of this monetary system that is the beast, and the lies that it's backed by, the lies that it's backed on, and because they're going to be exposed, and as their system is broken and torn down, we're going to be left in that country grill, country kitchen vibe, because we're going to have to feed ourselves. We have to feed each other. We got to get back to our roots. We got to get back to the basics, so that we don't just have total fucking famine and like chaos and all kinds of stuff, because there's fragility in the world right now, economically and everything, with the leadership and everything. They're trying to do wars, man. They want to go to war, people. This motherfucker right here should never have been put in a position of leadership, ever, ever, ever. And it goes back a long time. And so it wasn't right from the very beginning. It hasn't been speaking truth. That's here to protect us. And so now we got to speak the truth that is going to protect us. So good work, Country Grill, Country Kitchen. Keep it up. We're taking this beast down one way at a time. I love y'all, and peace out.